right now. Evan Fournier, who had 15 points, 5 more three-pointers, 4 more assists, 3 steals. Evan, Mike, and Clyde here. Down the stretch, what were you seeing in terms of what was going on with Washington to get back in the game? What was the problem down the stretch?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been kind of like the story of our season, not being able to close a lot of games. We had a comfortable lead and, just a few mistakes that give, the opponent confidence. And, all of a sudden, you have a ball game, they making tough shots. So our execution down the stretch needs to be better. We need to be stronger with the ball, less turnover. And, just keep attacking and not settling for jumpers,
I thought an excellent all-around game by you tonight, especially on the defensive end. You were really aware of those cross-court passes.
You were, like I said, we started the game well. We were on point defensively. Just reading their offense, being in the passing lane, being aggressive, being disruptive. And as they, as the momentum shifted, that's where, we were back on our heels again. And, we can't have that. We have to play the same way for 48 minutes.
Evan, and really since the beginning of February, the team has played so much better. You see more pace, more spirit, more chemistry. It hasn't always resulted in wins, obviously, and you guys would have liked to win a lot more. But what do you think has been the turnaround in that department over the last, say, month and a half?
Well, that's what's been really disappointing is that we've been, for the most part, dominating teams. We've played really, really well a lot of games, and that last quarter we couldn't just get the win. And I think, to be honest, he's just playing looser and just knowing each other. We have 3 different starters compared to last season. That's a lot. And so, at first we kind of look for a rhythm, trying to get to know each other. And as we play together more and more games, you kind of find a rhythm with everybody. So I would say that's the biggest reason.
Are you aware you have an opportunity to set a 3-point record for the Knicks, the most 3-pointers in a season?
To be honest, guys, it's hard not to know nowadays with all the tweets and all the media talking. I wasn't aware until I think the second day of the All-Star break. And, I think it was a friend that sent me a tweet that I had the most threes and I was on pace to, break the record. But to be honest, I don't know what to say. It hasn't happened yet, so, we'll see.
Evan, terrific game. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
It was a good win. We just got to finish the games better. Obviously, we don't want to put ourselves in that position to finish the game, but we did. Got some stops, got some good rebounds, and made our free throws. So.
When they shoot, you guys shoot pretty poor percentage overall, but Mitchell Robinson, I think you had 10 offensive rebounds. Game like this, how big are those extra?
Huge, man, huge. He's been doing that for us all year, though. So, I guess we expect it, but it's not normal for a guy to do that consistently every night. But him bringing that energy and effort, attacking the offensive glass, finding offense that way, and protecting the rim like he does is huge for us.
Questions? We're good. Okay.
Down the final couple minutes.
Yeah.
What happened with your team?
Well, it shows you, no lead is safe. Kuzma threw in some deep threes, and that could happen in this game. And then we missed some bunnies, and we missed some open shots, and then you're fighting for your life. So started the game not playing well defensively, then got going. We had careless turnovers in the first quarter, which gave them easy scoring opportunities. Second quarter, I thought we played real well. Third quarter, real well. Most of the fourth, real well. And then we got to finish better.
Given how it all played out, Mitchell Robinson, can an offensive rebound help bigger the extra possessions?
Huge. And making those 2 free throws, just those effort plays, they inspire your team. And our rebounding has been off the charts, and that's a big part of winning. So we just got to keep improving. The games keep coming, keep fighting, scratching, whatever we got to do right now.
Has there been a different approach at all to the rebounding? Because early on it seemed like that was an area where you guys were struggling, and now it's going straight.
Well, I think we've been pretty good most of the year, and like there's all these different metrics that people use to measure things, and my eyes tell me things too. I know if a guy's guarding the ball well. I know if a team is in the gaps. I know if a team's keeping the ball out of the paint. I know if a team is challenging shots. I know if a team is rebounding. And then, sometimes they'll say, like defensive field goal percentages, it's a pretty good yardstick, right? Points in the paint's a pretty good yardstick. Rebounding margin's pretty good yardstick, right? And some people say, well, according to this, you were lucky. Well, they're using cameras that, they don't know what your game plan is. They don't know if you're closing short to a driver, or you're taking airspace away. They don't know if your game plan is to not leave your feet, to stay down on a shot, on a guy that gets to the free throw line. But I think we have played good defense. I think we have rebounded the ball well.
You mentioned before the game about how Porzingis can stretch the floor. What do you think about Mitch kind of going out and kind of defending him all over?
Yeah, Mitch has great feet, and I think there's situations that allow us to switch. We can trap. Jericho has great feet, and I thought Jericho's minutes were very productive. And Julius was in there doing what he does. RJ, had an off night, but he kept competing. I thought Quick gave us really good minutes. Alec gave us good minutes. Evan started off the game, opened up the floor, hit those threes, got us going.
With the way that Jericho and Mitch just kind of attack the offensive boards, what does that do for the other four guys on the floor when you just have that kind of pressure from an offensive rebound?
Well, and you're hitting on something. It's not only like it's the pressure they're putting on the rim too. It's so they're in a lot of pick and rolls, and then diving to the rim. If you don't react to that, then you're giving up a dunk. And if you do react, then RJ can get to the rim, Julius can get to the rim. So, and when you look at our offensive rebounding, when you look at our ability to get to the free throw line, that's because of the pressure they're putting on the rim. Because if you don't, it's a dunk. So yeah, it's important, and it's sometimes you could roll 40, 50 times in a game. And there's no stat for that, but it's a big part of winning. It's unselfishness, it's commitment to the team, and then to anchor the team defensively. You're the eyes of the defense, and your communication sets the tone for it. So everything's in front of you.
All right. In that respect, does Mitch specifically, does his offensive rebounding affect your transition defense at all? Just with his reputation, then having to send more guys at him just to keep him off?
Yeah, well, I think like most teams, like when Mitch is around 3.5 offensive rebounds per game, so that's pretty elite. And so if you're forcing people to step up to stop penetration, then usually they are sending 2 guys in to get them. In some cases 3, like they put 2 bodies on them, and the third guy comes in to get it from behind. So I think that is, but you're also seeing there's teams now that are, they're to get to pace, they're sending 5 guys to the board. And we're seeing corner crashes, we're seeing a lot of that stuff too. So like defensively for us, it's turn and check versus stand and stare. So if your man's going back, then go put your body on somebody inside. And I think once we get the ball, we want to get the ball up the floor as fast as we can. I thought we missed some opportunities where we got steals and we had some kick-aheads that we missed. And oftentimes what you want to do on a steal is immediately look ahead. So that's the best way to get the easy points, especially now the way everyone's using fouls. So and that's something that I think we can do better.